Here's something that might sting a little. If you have a job, you're trading hours for money. You work an hour, you get paid for that hour. Simple, direct, and also completely limited. There are only 24 hours in a day. You can only trade so many of them. But the wealthy figured out something different a long time ago. They stopped trading their time for money and started making their money work instead. Same 24 hours in their day as yours, but their money is out there, working around the clock, while they sleep, while they're on vacation, while they're doing literally anything else. This isn't some secret club you need permission to join. It's a set of specific techniques, 7 of them, that anyone can start using, regardless of how much money you're starting with. Today, I'm breaking down exactly how the rich make their money work harder than they do. Before we get into it, subscribe now if you want your money working as hard as you do. This channel breaks down exactly this kind of practical wealth strategy every week. All right, let's put your money to work. Way number 1. They let compound interest do the heavy lifting. Here's the simplest way to understand this. When you earn interest or returns on your money, and then you earn more interest, on that interest, your money starts growing on itself. Let me give you a real example. If you invest $10,000 and it grows at an average 8% a year after year 1, you don't just have $10,800. You have $10,800 growing at 8% for year 2. Then that bigger number grows for year 3. It doesn't feel like much at first, but stretch this over 20 or 30 years, and the growth becomes dramatic, not because you added more money, but because your money kept building on itself. The rich understand this so deeply that their main strategy is often simply invest early, invest consistently, and don't touch it. They're not smarter than you. They just started the compounding clock earlier and let time do most of the actual work. Way number 2. They own things that pay them just for owning them. This is called dividend income. Certain stocks, especially from established, profitable companies, pay shareholders a portion of the company's profits, usually every quarter, just for holding the stock. You don't have to sell anything. You don't have to do anything at all. You simply own the stock, and money shows up. Here's why this matters so much for the money working harder idea. This is literally income generated without trading a single hour of your time. The wealthy often build entire portfolios specifically designed around this, collections of dividend-paying stocks that generate a steady stream of income month after month, year after year, regardless of whether they're working that day or not. It's not flashy. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but it's one of the purest examples of money working instead of you working. Way number 3. Real estate that pays them monthly. This one's pretty intuitive once you hear it. The wealthy often own property specifically to rent out, creating a monthly income stream from tenants. Here's the part people miss though. It's not just about the rent check. The property itself often appreciates in value over time too, meaning they're getting paid monthly and their asset is growing in worth simultaneously. Some savvy investors use a strategy where the rental income covers the mortgage payment entirely, meaning they're essentially having tenants pay off their property for them while they keep the equity. This does require more upfront capital than some other strategies on this list, which is why it's often not the first stop for people starting out. But it's a core piece of how many wealthy portfolios are structured physical assets that generate cash flow month after month. Way number 4. They own businesses without necessarily running the day-to-day. This might be the biggest mental shift on this entire list. Most people think owning a business means being the one working in it every day. But many wealthy individuals invest in businesses or build businesses to a point where they hire people to run daily operations while they focus on ownership and strategy. This could mean investing in someone else's business as a silent partner. It could mean building a business and eventually stepping back into an owner role rather than an operator role. It could even mean investing in index funds, which essentially makes you a tiny partial owner in hundreds of businesses simultaneously. Either way, the principle is the same. The business generates income through its operations, employees, and systems, not directly through the owner's personal hours worked. If this is shifting how you think about income versus ownership, subscribe now. We cover exactly this kind of mindset shift every week. 3 more ways to go, and honestly, the next one might be the most accessible of all. Let's keep going. Way number 5. They create something once and get paid repeatedly. This applies to royalties from books, music, patents, or licensing agreements. Here's the core idea. The creation happens once, upfront, but the payment can continue happening for years, sometimes decades, every single time the creation gets used, sold, or licensed. An author writes a book once. Every time it sells, they get paid again without rewriting it. A songwriter writes a song once. Every time it's streamed or played publicly, royalties come in. This principle has expanded well beyond traditional creative work too. Online courses, software, even certain digital templates work the same way. Build it once, and it can generate income repeatedly without you rebuilding it each time. This is genuinely one of the more accessible ways on this list for someone starting with limited capital, because it requires more of your time and skill up front rather than large amounts of money. Way number 6. They lend money and get paid interest on it. This sounds like something only banks do, but individuals can do a smaller scale version of this too. Bonds are essentially a way of lending money to a government or company who pays you back over time with interest. It's a common, relatively lower risk way wealthy portfolios generate steady returns. There are also more direct peer-to-peer lending platforms and private lending arrangements where individuals lend money directly and earn interest, similar to how a bank would. The core principle stays the same across all these methods. Instead of your money sitting still, you're essentially renting it out to someone else, and they pay you for the privilege of using it temporarily. This is a more advanced strategy that typically requires research and understanding of risk, but it's a real, legitimate way money can generate income beyond just sitting in the stock market. And way number 7, which ties everything together, they automate the whole system. This means setting up automatic transfers into investments, automatic dividend reinvestment, automatic contributions to retirement accounts, removing the need for a daily decision entirely. Here's why this matters so much. Willpower is unreliable. Motivation fades, but an automated system doesn't need either one. It just runs, month after month, whether you're feeling motivated or not. This is honestly the way that ties all 6 other strategies together. Because it's not really about any single technique, it's about building a system where your money is continuously working without requiring constant active effort from you. If you've got money sitting somewhere not working for you right now, this is your sign to change that. Subscribe for more breakdowns like this every week. And comment below which of these 7 ways are you already using and which one are you starting next. See you in the next video.